Hello everyone. No? So for today we're going to talk about normal approximations to binomial and Poisson distributions. No? So we're going to use, actually this is an application of the standard normal distribution. No? So kasi for the approximations we're going to use the z-scores, okay, instead of the raw data. Excuse me. Okay, so what we're going to do, no? So, first, okay, when we are calculating the probabilities of binomial and Poisson distribution using normal approximations, okay, this should be done when the number of trials are large or is large. No, when we say is large, no, hindi siya yung pa isa, dalawa, tatlo, ganun lang, no? So, ang number of trials natin should be large enough, okay, to satisfy the conditions. So, magkaiba kasi yung condition ni binomial at saka ni Poisson. Sige, so let's first talk about binomial. No, so for binomial distribution, no, para magamit natin si normal approximation, okay, our n times p, okay, meron tayong dalawa for binomial, should be greater than or equal to 5, and n times q is also equal or greater than or equal to 5. Now, ano si n, ano si p, ano si q? Yan yung mga parameters na ginagamit natin before kay binomial distribution. N is the sample, okay, or the population in this case. Okay, p is the probability of success and q is equal to the probability of failure. Or simply that is 1 minus p. Okay, for binomial. So, but kailangan both kailangan both conditions must be satisfied para magamit natin si normal approximation. Okay? So, then, okay, for Poisson, isa lang kay Poisson. Since kay Poisson naman, ang concern lang naman natin dito is our lambda, the average rate. The lambda, okay, should be greater than 20. Okay? So, yan yung dalawang preliminary conditions natin para magamit natin sa normal approximation kay binomial tsaka kay Poisson. Then, before we proceed with the solution, no, kasi remember, we're going to use the z-score. Again, our z-score, this is equal to x, okay, minus the mean over the standard deviation. Okay? So, ano ang gagawin natin dito? No, so, for our mean, no, so alam natin for binomial, ang formula ng mean natin is excuse me, that is n times p. Okay? For the standard deviation, that is square root of npq. Okay? For Poisson, our mean is equal to lambda times time, no, yung time reference natin. Okay, pero usually naman lambda lang yan, but we enable, or rather we use also time para in case na hindi consistent yung time parameters natin. Then for our sigma or our standard deviation, that's just the square root of lambda times time. Okay, so yan yung kailangan natin before we compute for z. And yung x natin dito, meron tayo kasing tinatawag na correction factor. Okay, ilagay natin dito. Correction factor. Okay. Before we compute for the z-score, our x, yung data na meron tayo, must be added or subtracted with 0.5 rather. Okay, ano ang ibig sabihin na itong correction factor na to? Let's say for example, this is our distribution. Kuwari, yan yung distribution natin. So, di ba, this is the mean. Yan, this is our mean. Okay, so course time ang ating access. Okay, if let's say for example, ang hinahanap na area is ito at ito. Okay, kumari yan yung hinahanap na area. Okay, so shade lang natin para mas clear. No? So, kumari ayan yun. Ayan. Okay. So, paano natin ina-apply si correction factor? Di ba this is A and B? Tama, our lower and upper boundaries. Kay A, okay, since nandito tayo sa left side, okay, magsusubtract tayo ng 0.5. Okay, ano ang reference natin kung subtract or add? Yung shaded region. If the point is on the left side of the shaded region, we subtract 0.5. Pag nasa right side, we add 0.5. Okay, for the correction factor. Okay, so I hope malinaw yun, ano. Then after you added or subtract 0.5, that's the time you plug it dito sa formula natin. Okay, dun sa z-score natin. Then compute for the distribution using the standard normal distribution. So again, for our standard normal distribution, f of x, so this is equal to 1 over square root of 2 pi. Okay, integral from a to b. No, so ito 'yon. Okay, yung meron ng add or minus, ha. So that's e raised to negative 1/2 x squared dx. So yan yung formula, no, ng standard normal natin. Discuss natin in the previous lesson. Okay, sige, let's apply this idea or this learnings, no, in solving problems. So first, so suppose 40% of the population supports a new, let's say new law. Ayan. No, so if we survey 100 people, what's the probability that more than 45 supports? Support it. Ayan. Okay, so yun yung problem natin, no? So, obviously, this is a binomial distribution. Okay, from the problem itself, no? Binomial yan. Okay, so, since this is binomial, no? So, let's first identify if the conditions are satisfied for the approximation. So, again, we have n times p. Okay, this should be greater than 5 daw, no? Or equal to 5. Okay, so n is 100 times, since ang tinatanong supports, no? Supports, so ito yung p natin. So that's 0.4 galing dun sa una. So this is 40, which is greater than or greater than 5 definitely. And q, no? So this should also be greater than or equal to 5. So 100 times q is 0.6, obviously, di ba? 1 minus 0.4, that's 0.6. So that is 60. No? So both are greater than 5, so we can use normal approximation. So for our z-score, no, so sabi, more than 45 people support it. So dapat hindi daw kasama si 45, no? So since this is originally a discrete probability distribution, we can say that there should be at least 46 na nagsusupport. No, so for our z-score, no, so ano muna natin? I-drawing muna natin. Ayan. So this is our mean, no? So sabi there should be 45 people na nagsusupport daw. So our mean, 'di ba? This is n times p, and nakuha na natin to, yun yung 40. 'Di ba? So this is 40. So, nasaan si 45? Andito. No? So, since nandiyan si 45, ang hinahanap natin is this part. Yan. No? So, yan yung hinahanap na region. Medyo madali na to in the sense na since for, diba, balik tayo kanina, more than 45 supports it. So, meaning dapat at least 46. So, yun yung gagamitin natin for our Z-score. No, 46. But since this is on the left side of the shaded region, we subtract 0.5. Okay, many are confused kung kailan gagamitin si 0.5 or plus, si plus or si minus. Pero lagi nyo lang tatandaan, shaded region, left side negative, minus, right side is plus. Okay? So, minus the mean, so that's 40. Okay, excuse me. Over the standard deviation. So, the standard deviation, that's equal to square root of NPQ, so 100 times 0.4 times 0.6. Okay, so this is equal to, so gamit tayo calculator. So we have square root of 100 times 0.4 times 0.6. So that is 4.899. Ayan. Okay, so yan yung gagamitin natin dito. 4.899. So, our Z-score, so we have 46 minus 0.5. Ayan, pakita ko. No? So, minus 40 over 899. No? So, that is roughly 1.122. 1.12 and 2. Yan. So, this is our Z-score na. No? So, yan yung ipa-plug natin ngayon dun sa loob ng ating integral. So, the probability that Z, okay, kasama na si Z ngayon, is greater than or equal to 1.122. Okay? So, yan. So, this is equal to, so that's 1 over square root of 2 pi. Okay, multiply to the integral from 1.122 going positive infinity of e raised to negative 0.5 x squared dx. Or dz. Pwede naman, no? Pwede naman kayong gumamit ng z kung gusto ninyo. So, this is equal to, so we have 1 over square root of 2 pi. So, times the integral of e raised to negative 0.5 x squared. Okay, from, so, ano nga yung boundary natin? Sorry. 1.122. Nandito pala sa taas. Going positive infinity. So, again, pwede naman yan na 99 lang, no, ang gamitin ninyo. Yan. So, this is around 0.013. Ayan. Okay. Sorry. Hindi pala 0. Excuse me. That is 0.131 pala. Ayan. So, this is our probability. Okay? So, I hope malinaw, no? So, that's how we compute approximations for our binomial distribution. Another one, no? So, let's have another example. So, sabi dito, yeah. So, by the way, no, how do we check if this is correct or not, no? So, we can use yung, excuse me, formula ng ating distribution, no? So, ng discrete distribution natin, so 46 hanggang 100, since 100 yung limit natin, di ba? So, this is equal to NCX, no? So, ayan. NCX, P raised to X, Q raised to N minus X. Or, simply this is 100. Okay, since we're talking about multiple probabilities, diba? So, we can actually use summations. Okay? 100 CX, so that's 0.4 raised to X, 0.6 raised to 100 minus X, from X is equal to 46 kasi more than 45 eh, 'di ba? So going to 100. 100 lang kasi 100 lang naman yung taong tinanong. No, so let's sorry. So we have asan na yung summation ko? Sorry. Ayun. Okay, so we have here the summation, okay, of NCX. So that is 100 CX. So we're going to use the X variable itself. Okay. So 0.4 raised to X. Ayan. Then we have 0.6 raised to 100 minus X. Okay. From 46 going 100. Ayan. Okay, so, ayan o. Makikita ninyo, halos magkadikit. Diba? From 0. Ilagyan natin ng mas maraming value. 0.130931. Ito yung galing sa integral. Ayan. Okay. Yung galing sa summation, 0.131090. Oops, sorry. 0.131090. Ito yung galing sa summation. Okay? Sir, magkaiba yung sagot Mag-iiba talaga yan. Kasi, approximations lang ang ginagawa natin. Hindi natin kinukuha yung eksakto. Okay, kaya ang tinawag na normal approximation. But if we're going to round off, okay, on the third decimal places, di ba, parehas na sila. Okay, yun yung, dun mo malalaman kung tama yung sagot mo. So meaning, sir, hindi po talaga magpaparehas yan. Yes and no. Yes, hindi yan magpaparehas kung kukunin mo lahat ng places ng decimal values, but dapat super lapit niyan. Okay, nasa threshold lang natin 0.003. Dapat ganyan lang ang difference niya. 'Di ba? So, kapag naglayo na yan ng sobra, then dun tayo may problema. Mali yung nakuha mong sagot. Okay, so sino ang papanigan natin diyan? Syempre yung nasa baba. Okay, yun yung pinaka-baseline answer talaga natin. Kasi remember, this is originally a discrete distribution approximated using a continuous probability distribution. Okay? So, I hope malinaw, no? Para hindi tayo nalilito. Okay? Sige, let's go to the second example. So, sabi dito sa second example, no? So, meron daw isang factory. Classic example to ng mga discrete distributions. Produces 10% defective items. Ayan. If a sample of 100 items is taken, what is the probability that exactly excuse me, 12 are taken. Are defective rather. Yan. Okay, so game, no? So how are we going to compute this one? Okay, so sir, paano yun isa exactly ang hinahanap? Okay, paano yan kapag exactly ang hinahanap? Remember, meron tayong correction, diba? Meron tayong correction factor, no? So but first, let's check NP and NQ if they are both greater than or equal to 5. So NP is 100 times 0.1, so that's 10. So pasok naman. Okay? NQ is 100 times 0.9, so that's 90. So pasok pa rin naman. So we can use normal approximation. Now, let's go to the z-scores. For the z-scores, okay, so exactly 12 ang hinahanap, no? For the z-scores, parehas natin gagamitin. Kasi exactly ang tinatanong isang data point lang, maglalagay lang tayo ng konting room for the area, okay, using the correction factor. So, dalawang z-scores, isang minus 10 over the standard deviation NPQ. So, compute natin. Oops. So, that is square root of 100 times 0.1 times 0.9. Ayan. So, that is 3. No? So, yun ang ating standard deviation. So, divided by 3. Okay, dito naman sa kabila, okay, mag-a-add tayo. Again, this is the method kapag ka exactly ang hinahanap. Okay? So, game, no? So, we have 12 minus 0.5. So, that's 11.5 minus 10 divided by 3. So, that is 0.5. Then, kay 12.5, so, that is 0.833. Ayan. Okay, so yan yung dalawang z-scores na gagamitin natin on the integral. Okay, so game, no? Excuse me. So we have here the probability, okay, for z between 0.5 and 0.833. Okay, so this is equal to 1 over square root of 2 pi multiplied to the integral from 0.5 to 0.833 of e raised to negative 0.5 x squared dx. Ayan. Okay, so 1 over square root of 2 pi. So e raised to negative 0.5 x squared, okay, dx, okay, from 0.5 to 0.833. Okay, so that is 0.106. So, ito daw yung probability. So, again, let's check. So, this time medyo mas madali ito sa discrete kasi isang value lang ng x ang hinahanap. So, that's 12. So, that's 100 C12. Okay. 0.1 raised to 12. 0.9 raised to 100 minus 12. Okay. So, this is equal to 100 C12. Well, actually, pwede nyo na gamitin yung x, then use calc na lang. Parang ganito. So, x times 0.1 raised to x. Para if you want to test out multiple values, you can do so. 0.9 raised to 100 minus x. Ayan. Okay, then calc. Okay, tatanong what is x. So, kailangan natin is 12. Ayan. So, that's equal to, oops. Ayan. Okay, so that is 0.098 or 99. Ayan. This is 0.099. Roughly, medyo malapit pa rin naman siya, no? So, expected lang na medyo may konting deviation. Bakit? Kasi medyo konti yung dito yung sample trials natin. No, so very very useful kasi si approximations kapag sobrang laki nga. Sir, kanina 100 din naman Kasi dito, kung titingnan natin, 10% lang yung probability of success. Mas maliit kumpara dun sa taas kanina na 0.4. No? So, gano'n. Okay, so hindi ko na dinrawing yung kasi exactly lang naman, no? So hindi naman masyado, kumbaga parang sobrang liit, negligible na halos, no? Ayan. Okay, so that is for binomial distribution. Let's go to Poisson. Excuse me. Let's go to Poisson distribution. So for Poisson distribution, no? So sabi dito, no? Technical support line receives an average of 36 calls per hour. Find the probability that they receive at most, meron tayong term na at most, 30 calls in the next hour. Ayan. Okay, so this is a Poisson distribution. Okay, bakit? Kasi dahil dito yan, dahil dito an average of 36 calls per hour. Ayan. Okay, sige, game, no? So let's try to solve this problem. Okay, so first, okay, condition, our lambda should be greater than 20, but we know that 36 is greater than 20 naman, so wala tayong problema dyan. Okay, so let's go to the z-score. So for the z-score, no, so drawing muna ulit natin. Yan. Okay, so ang average natin ay 36. Okay, tinatanong at most 30. So nasan si 30? Roughly nandito, estimate. No? So ang hinahanap ay etong part na to. Yan. Okay, so kasama si 30 sa hanapin natin. So si 30 na mismo yung gagamitin natin for the z-score. Since nasa right side, no? So that's plus 0.5. Okay, dahil nasa right side. Minus 36, okay, over 6, no? That's the standard deviation. Kasi square root of square root of 36, diba? Square root of 36 is our 6, no? Sa our standard deviation. So we have 30.5, oh sorry, 30.5 minus 36 divided by 6. So that is negative 0.917. So negative 0.917. So that's the z-score that we're going to use. Okay, so for the probability, okay, of z less than, okay, or equal to negative 0.917. So this is equal to 1 over square root of 2 pi. Okay, square root from negative infinity. Kasi galing dito. Diba? So, going negative 0.917 e raised to negative 0.5 x squared dx. Okay, so yan yung hinahanap natin. Okay, so let's compute, no? So we have 1 over square root of 2 pi. So we have here e raised to negative 0.5 x squared. Okay, from negative infinity going negative 0.917. So roughly that is 0.179 or 18, no, 0.18. Yeah. Okay, so if we want to check again, we can use the formula for the Poisson, no? So we have P from x is less than 30, at most 30 naman to. No, so less than or equal to 30. Okay, so what's the formula for the probability of a Poisson distribution? So that is e raised to negative lambda lambda x over x factorial. Okay, so we have e raised to negative 6 times 6 raised to x over x factorial. So gagamitan lang natin ng summation ulit. Okay, so we have here summation of e raised to negative 6, okay, times 6 raised to x, over x factorial. Okay, from, of course, we start with 0, going 30, kasi yun yung at most na hinahanap natin. No? So, this is roughly equal to 1. Bakit 1? Medyo malayo yun Teka, baka may mali ako. E raised to negative 6. Okay, wait lang. Let me check. Excuse me. Tama naman. At most 30. Oops. Sige, wait lang. Double check. So we have E raised to negative lambda. Sorry. Negative lambda. Lambda is 36. I'm sorry. Pala mali ko. 36 raised to x. Kaya pala mali yung sagot. So, x factorial. So, from 0 to 30. Ayan. Okay, so that's 0.181. No? So, very near naman, no? Dun sa itong dalawa natin. Ayan. Okay? So, that's how we do Poisson distribution. So again, kapag same na problem kanina, like exactly yung hinahanap, just use both plus minus dun sa ating z-score. Okay? So thank you for listening, no? I'll see you on the next one, which is about exponential distributions naman. Okay? So stay tuned. Okay, see you on the next video.